I want to talk to you about the state of your life. And this goes with this. So if you're listening right now, I want you to ask yourself, are you content? Do you feel like you're alive? And do you feel joy? Would you say you feel joy even 50% of your life? Now, if you're a Christian and you're listening and you say that you don't, in fact, if you're not a Christian, but especially Christian, because we'll start with what you say you believe. It goes back to what you said.
Yeah.
And you don't, you can honestly say that the answer is no to that stuff. Time to mess with you a little bit. So then what is it? Did God lie to you? Is the Bible trustworthy? So I'm going to give you an example. We have a lot of people that got married in our church in the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this is going to be convicting. I don't mean to be, or I hope it doesn't, but let me ask you a question. If you were a guy,
Okay.
didn't know these people, and you were basing what marriage looks like based on the quality of those marriages that you're seeing, if, like, say you were looking at these from the outside and how happy they seemed, would you ever want to get married?
No.
And what we mean is, man, what we've noticed is, in general, just using the topic of marriage as kind of symbolism for a lot of things. So let's look at marriage. I can't, so many times people's happiness is contingent on the state of their marriage, their joy. And, one of the things that I kind of mean about dying to self is I really believe you have got to stop putting the weight of the quality of your life on another human being.
Yes.
Whether it's your husband, whether it's your children, whether it's your... if you do that, it is going to fail you. If you put the quality of your life on whether or not you accomplish X, Y, Z, right? It's going to fail you. And so when Jesus says die to self, guys, that you need to face this reality that you need to accept that the death of this is going to sound crazy at first, the death of your dreams, the death of what you wanted for your life, the death of the picture that you thought you had, and the death of all that. Because, Jesus said those who want to save their lives will lose it, but those who lose their life for my sake will gain it. Now, there's a lot to that, and certainly it doesn't just mean this, but you have got to, I feel like a lot of Christians, they say that they're surrendered. They say that they believe. They say that they're following, but that's not true. They're only half following. They don't want to face Jesus' words at face value. They don't want to, that's a hard verse. AJ, die to yourself and your own dreams and desires. Now,
yeah.
Oh, that's mopey and depressing. That's because you still don't get it. It's not that it's not even that those dreams are bad. It's not even that they're not good. It's that you have to understand that this is kind of deep, that you're clinging to your view of what life is supposed to be whatever.
Instead of God.
Bingo. Instead of God. And it's going to prevent you from fully following him. So and I said this to you guys earlier, it's going to sound kind of grotesque, but in the corpse of your life, in the corpse of you literally letting go of clinging to what you thought was going to bring you life, letting go to your ways, letting go to your constant complaints, letting go of, if only my husband were this way or my wife was this way, letting go of those things. In the corpse of that will come life, because then you are free to follow God, not to become happy, but because that's the only way to really have life.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? And guys, this is personal experience. I found this to myself. You guys ask me some good questions. How do you do it? You've got to come to this place in your faith where you're willing to wrestle with those ideas and deal with Jesus' words and either do it or don't.
Right.
Then you understand that every day I got to pick my cross up and follow him. You've got to be willing to stop putting yourself at the center of your existence. Right? And that's why, so stay with me, right? So then think about the reasons we don't do what the Bible tells us to do. So like love others or be patient. If you really think about it, it's because we don't want to. I don't have to. Mm-hmm. I am tired. I am this. You've constantly putting yourself in your life, quotation marks, what you think life is at the center of your existence instead of God. And I'm telling you, in the surrender and in the death of that, it's not depression. There is freedom. right? There is freedom to truly be who you were meant to be, because now you can love without expectation. Now you can you love without expecting a return. You're able to serve people. You know, you're able to overcome those moments when you don't want to, because you're not making everything in life about you and what you want.
Gosh, man, that is the